Welcome to Virtual Learning Network. Foundation Course in Humanities and Social Sciences. Session number 6, Indian National Movement. The topics that will be covered in this session are Rise of National Consciousness, Early Phase, Early Political Association, Formation of Indian National Congress, Moderates and Extremists, Swadeshi Movement, Emergence of Gandhi, Non-Cooperation and Khilafat Movements, Civil Disobedient Movement, Quit India Movement, and Peasant Movement. The Rise of National Consciousness. किस तरह से राष्ट्रीय चेतना का उदय हुआ? The main thrust of colonial rule was towards centralization. It strove to government the British rule portion of India from a single center. It also created a unified system of administration. Thus, the military, police, judiciary, revenue, collection departments, and various other systems of governance were made uniform for the whole of British ruled territories. According to this bill, Indian district magistrate and session judges could now try Europeans in the criminal cases. The next is early phase. The nationalist movement in India passed through various phases. These phases varied according to the intensity of the movement, method of agitation, and the people involved in it. The first modern association in India was formed in 1837. It was Landholders Society, which was an association of landlords of the Bengal Presidency. It was not a nationalist organization, but was mainly interested in protecting the class interests of landlords. भारत में राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन विभिन्न दौरों से होकर गुजरा। इस दौरान लोगों ने जगह जगह प्रदर्शन किए और यह मूवमेंट, यह आंदोलन इस बात पर निर्भर करता था कि किस तरह की जनता इस नेशनलिस्ट मूवमेंट में, इस राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन में हिस्सा ले रही है। The next is early political association. The first modern association in India was formed in 1837. It was the Landholders Society, which was an association of the landlords of the Bengal Presidency. It was not a nationalist organization, but was mainly interested in protecting the class interests of landlords in Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. East India Association was founded in 1866 in London by Dadabhai Naoroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Ajbi, and Manmohan Ghosh. The next one is formation of Indian National Movement. The Indian National Congress was formed in 1885. भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस का उदय 1885 में हुआ. Its first meeting was held on 28th December 1885 in Bombay. Its first president was W.C. Banerjee, and it was attended by 72 delegates from all over India. A.O. Hume, an Englishman who had retired from the Indian civil service, played a significant role in this process. Hume established the Congress to provide a safety, deflect an impending widespread unrest among the Indian masses against the British rule. जैसा कि भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस का उदय 1885 ईस्वी में हुआ, इसकी पहली मीटिंग 28 दिसंबर 1885 को बॉम्बे में आयोजित की गई. इसके पहले अध्यक्ष W.C. बैनर्जी थे. इसे 72 डेलीगेट्स ने पूरे भारतवर्ष से आकर अटेंड किया, इसमें हिस्सा लिया. A.O. ह्यूम, जिसने कि भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस की स्थापना की, एक अंग्रेज था. वह भारतीय प्रशासनिक सेवा से सेवानिवृत्त था, जिसने भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस के निर्माण में एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका अदा की. यह पार्टी इसलिए स्थापित की गई जिससे कि सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से पॉलिटिकली हम स्ट्रांग हो सकें. और एक वक्त था जब भारतीयों के बीच असंतोष था. भारतीय लोग ब्रिटिश रूल के खिलाफ थे. इसे ध्यान में रखते हुए A.O. ह्यूम ने भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस की स्थापना की, जिससे कि हमें यहाँ पॉलिटिकल स्टेबिलिटी मिल सके. The next one is moderates. In the first 20 years of its existence, the Congress remained a moderate organization. It was dominated by the leaders who were known as moderates due to their peaceful methods of political work and their belief in good sense of the colonial rule. These leaders thought that if public opinion was created both in India and in Britain, and if reasonable demands were presented, the authorities, they would succeed in their goal. जैसा कि हमने पहले भी इस पर विचार किया, ये मॉडरेट्स कांग्रेस की कोर वैल्यूज़ को ध्यान में रखते थे और पूरी पार्टी मॉडरेट्स सपोर्टेड थी. ये अपने शांतिपूर्ण विधियों के लिए, मेथड्स के लिए और राजनीतिक कार्यों के लिए जाने जाते थे. The next is extremists. The extremists or militant nationalists did not believe in these methods. जैसा कि हमने एक्सट्रीमिस्ट से पहले मॉडरेट्स के बारे में विचार किया, मॉडरेट्स नरम पंथी थे, जबकि एक्सट्रीमिस्ट्स गर्मपंथी। वे इस मेथड में बिलीव नहीं करते थे। They thought that the British would not heed the mice of the nationalists unless strong pressure was brought on them. जब तक उन पर पूरी तरह से दबाव न डाला जाए तब तक ब्रिटिशर्स हमारी नहीं सुनेंगे, ऐसा एक्सट्रीमिस्ट्स का मानना था, ऐसा गर्मपंथियों का मानना था। According to extremists, the trust in good intentions of the colonial rulers was misplaced. The Indians instead should rely on their own resources to improve their conditions. भारत को उस समय ज़रूरत थी कि वह अपने ही स्रोतों पर, अपने ही संसाधनों पर पूरी तरह से ट्रस्ट करे, विश्वास करे, और यह काम भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस और उसके सहयोगियों ने बखूबी निभाया। स्वदेशी मूवमेंट, द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज the Swadeshi movement radically questioned the earlier moderate approach of petitioning and praying to the colonial government for concession. It was also a rejection of the political program of moderates. It set the goal of self-government for the Indians, and for this purpose it adopted the method of boycott of foreign goods, and it was a kind of passive resistance, disobedience of colonial and mobilization of the masses. स्वदेशी मूवमेंट, स्वदेशी आंदोलन, यह आंदोलन भारत में अंग्रेज़ी हुकूमत के ख़िलाफ़ किया गया। यह एक ऐसा आंदोलन था जिसमें विदेशी वस्तुओं का बहिष्कार किया गया। इसमें बहुत से लोगों ने विदेशी वस्त्रों को बहिष्कृत कर उसे जलाया। यह आंदोलन एक सफल आंदोलन के रूप में इतिहास में जाना गया। Then the next point is emergence of Gandhi. The Swadeshi movement declined by 1907. There was also a split in the Congress in 1907, and Tilak was imprisoned and deported in 1908. Aurobindo Ghosh and Bipin Chandra Pal retired from politics, and Lala Lajpat Rai left India for some time. All these developments led to a decline in nationalist movement. In Champaran, which was in North Bihar, the indigo planters were forcing the peasants to grow indigo, even when it was not profitable for the peasants to do so. भारतीय इतिहास में स्वदेशी आंदोलन एक सफल आंदोलन रहा, परंतु स्वदेशी आंदोलन 1907 तक जाते जाते कमज़ोर पड़ गया। कांग्रेस बट गई थी, तिलक को जेल हो गई थी 1908 में। अरबिंदो घोष और बिपिन चंद्र पाल दोनों ही राजनीति से अलग हो चुके थे और लाला लाजपत राय कुछ समय के लिए भारत से बाहर चले गए थे। तो इन सभी डेवलपमेंट्स, इन सभी घटनाक्रमों के बाद यह स्वदेशी आंदोलन कमज़ोर पड़ गया। The next point is non-cooperation and Khilafat movement. During the First World War, the prices of various commodities, the conditions of people worsened, and the government extracted many dues from the people in the name of war efforts. This gave rise to resentment among the Indian people, and there were several agitation against the government. There were massive protests and demonstrations by the Indian people against this measure of the government. Gandhi also took very active part in this. Non-cooperation and खिलाफत मूवमेंट, असहयोग आंदोलन और खिलाफत आंदोलन भारतीय इतिहास में एक महत्वपूर्ण आंदोलन रहे। पहले विश्व युद्ध के दौरान बहुत सी कमोडिटीज़ जो कि बहुत ही अहम वस्तुएं होती थी, उसका प्राइस, उसकी कीमतें बढ़ गई थी। लोगों की स्थिति बद से बदतर हो चुकी थी। यहाँ पर राज कर रही अंग्रेज़ी हुकूमत ने लोगों से पैसे वसूलने शुरू कर दिए थे, जिससे कि भारत के लोगों में असंतोष था। इसके खिलाफ जगह जगह धरने प्रदर्शन किए गए और गांधी जी ने इसमें बहुत ही सक्रिय भूमिका अदा की। The next is civil disobedience. The sudden withdrawal of non-cooperation movement demoralized the Congress leaders and workers and led to a decline in political activities. But the appointment of the Simon Commission on 8th November 1927 again raised the political temperature. This commission was constituted to explore the possibility for further constitutional progress in India, but there was not even a single Indian in it. सविनय अवज्ञा आंदोलन भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस और गांधी जी ने असहयोग आंदोलन को वापस ले लिया था। 8 नवंबर 1927 को साइमन कमीशन के दोबारा अपॉइंटेड होने के बाद एक बार राजनीतिक सरगर्मियां फिर तेज हुई, जिससे कि एक संभावना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोग्रेस की इंडिया में बनी। लेकिन उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोग्रेस में एक भी भारतीय न था। क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट, जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं, दिस वॉज अ वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट इन फैक्ट इन freedom of struggle. In 1935, a new legislation was introduced which widened the franchise. On this basis, elections were held in 1937. The Congress contested the elections and formed government in many provinces. It was on 8th August 1942 that the Congress announced the Quit India movement. Gandhi exhorted the people to do or die. The British government arrested most of the leaders before they could organize the movement. भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन यह है भारतीय इतिहास में स्वाधीनता के लिए जो संघर्ष किया गया उसमें एक महत्वपूर्ण आंदोलन बनकर उभरा. Peasants movement. Right since the establishment of the British rule in India, the peasantry had risen in revolt time and again against the oppressive British policies, exorbitant revenue and rent demands, the imposition of an oppressive class of landlords, forced eviction and insecurity of tenure, impositions of atrocious forest laws, forced labor and supplies, the growth of greedy money lending class in the rural areas, and huge indebtedness were some of the reasons behind these uprisings. Now, you have some questions to do yourself from this session. Assess the influence of Gandhi on the national movement, the first one. And the second one is compare and contrast the non-cooperation and civil disobedience movements. Thanks. That's all. That's all for this session. We learning, happy learning.